So what we have here is we're going to make turkey stock, and what we're going to use to do that is we have the leftover turkey, which is right there, and we have a big pot. And we have some vegetables. Now everything I'm using is stuff that if I don't use in the bottom of my fridge it's going to go bad, so I'm going to use it. So I have some radishes, onions, garlic, some green and yellow beans, celery, and carrots, so, and as well as the turkey. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the turkey bones into the pot, then I'm going to cut up the onion, and I'm going to bring you back then. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn that pot on, and I have it filled to about here, and you're not going to want to fill it all the way. If you want to add more water in once it gets going, you certainly can, but right now we're not going to fill it. And what we're going to do now is we're going to put our leftover turkey in there. And I'm just going to put everything in there because I'm going to strain it anyway. So just put that in there. And I'm using this big pot for it obviously to hold everything. I don't like to see anything go to waste, and I'm going to make a big pot of stock because I want to be able to make turkey gravy during the times I don't have turkey to cook. So I'm probably going to freeze it, and I'll show you how to do that. Now you're going to want to bring this to a boil, and then once you bring it to a boil you're going to want to reduce your heat and just let it simmer. Probably about 3 hours or so. So now that we have that in there, I'm just going to get the onions, and I'm going to skip forward to the next step where I have the onions getting ready to cut them up. What we're going to do now is we're going to put the onions in. And now I'm going to cut up some garlic, and we're going to get that ready to put in. So now that I have the garlic cut up, I'm just going to add that in. And the water's starting to warm up. So I'm going to also add in my green onions. It's not want not, and these are just about to go past their prime, so just for the flavor I'm going to add them in. I like to cut mine with scissors. I find it a lot easier. And don't forget, you can regrow your scraps. So what we're going to add in now is I have some radishes cut up, and I'm just going to add those in. And I'm also going to put some red peppers in that I dehydrated. I'll put the link in the bottom for the video where I dehydrated these. So what we're going to add in now is our celery. And now I'm going to get some carrots ready. As you can see, it's starting to boil, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn it down a little bit to let it simmer for the next 3 hours, and I'll bring you back in probably about an hour and show you what it looks like. We're going to take a measuring cup. We're going to put some turkey broth in there, and then we're going to put it through the strainer here, and it will collect the food parts. And once you shake this out, you can shake it out and get the last of it. and what is left is the liquid. So we can actually either decide to use the liquid to make soup or store it, and we can put it in a container, put it in the fridge, and then after it cools down for a little while we can put it in freezer containers and put it in the fridge. That's what I'm going to do with mine. So now that I have some of the stock there taken from the food particles, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill this little measuring cup up. I'm going to take this little small strainer and I'm going to go through. And I'm just going to fill the container with the turkey stock. I'm making quite a little bit of mess here. And I'm just going to put a cover on it, put a seal, and I'm going to put it in the fridge for a little bit. And once it cools down, I'm definitely going to freeze it, and that way I can have turkey soup whenever I decide to have that kind of gravy. Or I can have turkey soup, or I have a few more jars here that I need to continue, so I'm just going to skip through. So like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.